Alright, so here is Perma Base cement board. It's 5/8 by 3 feet by 5 feet. My tub's exactly 5 feet. So I was gonna go with Durarock, but then someone I know had a bunch of this left over from a job and said, hey, take it. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna use it, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so here I am on my truck. I got my clamps. I'm gonna clamp down a piece of trim from the barn, and I'm going to use that as a straight edge. Okay, I'm going to use a utility knife. Be careful of cutting yourself, but I would definitely recommend wearing gloves. Score it on the side that it says cut, and then snap it, and then cut the back side like drywall. You want to take a level behind vanities and mirrors and showers and things like that. Take a level or a straight edge, put it against the studs and run it down, okay? If it hits a stud and stops, okay, that means one's sticking out or one's sunk in, okay? You want them all pretty much flat. And just like I did in the shower, I'm not sure if I showed it, but just like I did in the shower, you're gonna pad out each one that's not flush with the other ones, okay? Or if you have one, just one that's kind of bowed in, so that you don't have too much give or anything, you can pat it out. Or you could sister it, put a stud next to it, put your thing on here, pull it out till it touches, and then nail it or screw it, and then you have a nice flat wall behind. You don't want to put a vanity or in the shower and have that thing rocking. All right, you want it nice and flat. So always check all your studs with a straight edge first, and pad out, or sister another 2x next to it, pull it out till it hits the straight edge, screw it and nail it. Alright, so the studs on the shower valve side were actually padded out, if you can see it up close, some plywood and stuff. And there's some blocking I put in for a grab bar later on when I get old and I can't get out of my tub. Help, I can't get out of my tub. And I put my first piece on the back, on the bottom, and I made little pencil marks on the bottom of the tub there, right up on the lip with my pencil, so I wouldn't miss any. And there's my second piece. Okay, I marked the top of the wall, so I wouldn't miss no screws. And here it is sitting up on the lip, not down inside the tub, the flange. It's sitting on the lip and screwed in. And before any of you carpenters out there have anything to say, yes, I put blocking up against that stud right there before I drywalled, before I put my green board up. So I got to it before you could call me out on it. Alright, you just don't see me doing it, I do it after. Alright, and then I'm banging my screws in just so they touch the wood, and then screwing them in, finishing that bad boy up. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago. It's gone right to my head. That's enough. Alright, measure twice, cut once. Here I am measuring my shower valve stuff. Okay, writing it in my book. I want to make sure that I get all these holes accurately and don't waste this free Perma Base cement board that I got. Alright, so if I had to pay for it and I screwed it up, it's like 15 bucks a sheet. So I don't want to screw it up. Alright, so here I am back out at my truck, transferring my marks from my notebook onto my board. Okay, got a shower valve, one of the little arm thingamajiggies, the little diverter. I had like 4 holes to make the spout. Okay, so I'm transferring all these marks. I have a handy dandy fire extinguisher. There it is, look at that thing. Okay, that thing's about 2.5, almost 3 inches round, so it was perfect. I'm actually going to use that with a black marker, make a circle right on my mark. And then I used a little cap that's about the size of a little bit bigger than the water pipe. And I used a hammer drill bit. Okay, that's a masonry hammer drill bit. You can get it like the Home Depot or the box stores. That fits right in my little impact driver. Okay, it also fits in a hammer drill. And it's made for drilling through concrete. So I'm drilling holes around in a circle, tapping it out with my little nail punch. And I'm going to use my utility knife also to cut the fibers, okay? And I just used my hammer, you saw that too, but real gingerly, try not to mess the hole up. Okay, and then cut the fibers with my utility knife. Alright, here's the screw gun, there's the masonry bit. Okay, it's got a weird look to it, it's kind of bluish. And go right around in a circle. Alright, here I am, in the house, putting my board in place. Let's see how accurate I am. Oh boy, look at that face. That's a proud man right there. Proud man. None of the kids, no, not my daughters, my wife, no one even cares. They don't see how awesome that is. Alright, one thing that I have been doing that you may or may not have seen is these screws. You could either pre-drill a hole with my little concrete bit, or what I like to do, say, put this nail in there, or screw, so just tap it through a little bit, and then screw it in, because it's a little hard to get these screws through this concrete board, the cement board. I usually gotta tap them through just so they just break through on the other side and hit the wood or metal, and then screw them in, okay? Alright, so just like drywall, first thing I did was mark my studs on the floor, so I would know when I put my sheet up. I don't have to guess where it is on the bottom, okay? The top will be open, but I'll be able to see it. The bottom, you mark them first, just like drywall, just like plywood and anything. That way you don't have to find your studs or miss your stud. And you got plumbing in here, so you don't want to miss. Okay, you want to make sure you know right where they are. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to measure off the floor. These things, this sheet is 36 inches, so I'm going to go 36 and a half. Make a line on each end, I'll mark on each end, snap a line, put this thing on and hold it up. So when I actually measured, I held my tape off the floor about a ½ inch to get all these measurements, okay? That way I get my Perma Base, whatever it's called, off the floor, okay? Just by a little bit. Alright, so I got my gloves on. It's not examination day, don't worry. All my seams, the bottoms, the corners, the seams are all going to get 2-inch mesh tape, okay? And I'm going to mix up some thin set mortar, okay? I'm going to put the tape on and mortar over all these joints. So like a kung fu movie, no? First time we see the sun in New England in March, even though it's cold, camo shorts. The second, you could have a foot of snow on the ground. If that temperature hits 48 degrees, the shorts and flip-flops are out, baby. Hey Mikey, gotta go to the bathroom? Goonies. Anyway, here I am mixing my thin set mortar. And this is about all you're going to see because I, for some reason, deleted the rest of it. I got about a little bit of this bag in there, and then goes Mike. Gone. Bye-bye. Alright, so there's my pale Irish German white legs. Begging for summer to tan them up. Alright, so, anyway. Covering all my mesh. All my seams get covered with mortar. I scrape off as much excess as I can. I don't want to leave any globs on there that are going to harden later and give me trouble when I go to tile. I'll have to chip them all off, okay? So I'm hitting every screw head and every seam with this mortar and scraping off the extra. Okay? All the way around. Bottom of the tub, seams, walls, the head, the tail, the whole damn fish. Alright, thanks for watching Johnny Works. Next time, hopefully I'll be doing some tile. Come on back now, you hear? It's a pretty bad accent, but anyway. So is the New England accent, so. Come on back now, you hear? Johnny Works. Please like and subscribe.